Well, howdy there. It occurred to me a couple days ago. It's like I don't know, we don't always do it, but I guess we did it last year, maybe the year before that. I don't know. Well, I do a halfway update in between seasons. I was thinking last time we did this, leading up to season 8, I was sitting here at the table at the old house we just left, and I had COVID, and I couldn't hardly talk without coughing. So thankfully that's over with. Uh, but I figure we do a midway update as we're halfway through the off season here, halfway through the month of December, and today being December 18th, one more week. Christmas is 1 week from today, and we've been doing things, not as much as I like to do. Working on my Sunday school lesson today, as I do most every Saturday, uh, and just doing schoolwork. I ain't done much schoolwork this week because it was kind of late getting out. Uh, but yeah, I've been using my Sundays now to relax. Since I usually prepare for the podcast on Sunday, since I ain't got to do that, I've been relaxing, taking care of these moving things. We still got things we got to put in storage as we spend a few more months here at my mom and dad's house. So there's that. It's not wonderful. I got updates on my job situation. I got a new job to start Monday. I'll tell y'all more about that when we start the new season. I've already started working on the season premiere episode. We're going to do the Universal Christ, which is, I started doing some research, and when I researched the dude who basically came up with the term Universal Christ, the dude's a blatant heretic. But we're going to do it anyway. Because usually when I seen that, I was like, well, why am I even going to talk about this guy? But this, the thing came up last year. These high profile Christian celebrities, I don't know what you want to call them, deconstructing their faith or whatever. They're no longer Christians, whatever the term may be they use. I know deconstructing is another topic we might do eventually that's been used a lot, but I think there was some dude who's in some band or something deconstructed his faith and believes in the universal Christ now. So we're going to do an episode on the universal Christ and what it is, but you pretty much figure out it's heretical because the dude who proposed the idea, who wrote the book, is a heretic. So we're going to talk about that in the first episode. And I've been coming up with, some ideas for episodes, more than I usually do. Been inspired, I guess, lately. Probably told y'all about some of these already. You remember back when we used to do the false teacher files in the early days of the podcast? I got an episode I want to do this season entitled A Beginner's Guide to False Teachers. And we're not going to talk about, the heavy hitters, the Joyce Meyers, the Kenneth Copelands, the Joel Osteen. We're not going to talk about them. Everybody knows them. Everybody knows them and knows they're false teachers. We're going to talk about some that are a little bit more slick, a little bit more slippery, sneaky snakes. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about some like that. The one in particular I want to discuss in that episode is Stephen Furtick. And still want to do an episode on the New Testament mysteries. We're going to do one on being divorced in ministry. Universal Christ, like I just mentioned. We're going to do some more episodes on KJV versus modern translations. We're going to do an episode on doctrines, Bible doctrines that are affected by modern translations and so on and so forth. We're going to do a video about the two kingdoms, kingdom of God, kingdom of heaven, since I've had some comments from people who are just flat out wrong on the videos I did last season, where we talked about that a little bit. We're going to touch on that more deeply. Got one scared to life, because I've heard people say, well, you shouldn't, try and scare people into getting saved. I'm like, why not? Going to hell scary. Anyway, that's one we're going to talk about. Love and obedience, how they're linked together. Deconstructing, like I said. Religion and relationship, we did an episode like that a long time ago, so we're going to revisit that again. Evangelical versus fundamentalist versus Bible believer. We're going to compare all three and talk about them. And then we're going to do one about baptism. I know we've touched on baptism before, about how baptism doesn't save, but this one's going to be a little bit different. So that's some things we got coming up when season 9 starts, which I believe December or January 5th, I think. I'm guessing because that calendar's only for December. I ain't got a new calendar yet. But I think it'll be January 5th, first Wednesday in January, when season 9 kicks off. So I appreciate it. In the meantime, y'all enjoy your Christmas. Unless you don't celebrate Christmas because you think it's pagan or whatever. That's up to you. But if you do, celebrate your Christmas. Have a good time. Be with loved ones. Think about Jesus, because that's the whole point. Enjoy your New Year's. I'm going to try and get the store situation figured out, the merch store situation figured out, because the way I was going to do it probably ain't going to work. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. And I might redesign the stickers, maybe. Thinking about it. Anyway, we're going to try and do more sticker giveaways this season too, because I got some and I need to get rid of them. I keep forgetting I have them because they're in this drawer and I don't ever see them. But anyway, appreciate y'all for watching the podcast and for allowing me to take these months off in between seasons to get refreshed and whatnot. So thank y'all. Come back January 5th for a brand new season of the Gospelovergimmicks podcast. Until then, take up your cross, carry on.